Welcome back to Lake Michigan. We're in Chicago right now, as you can tell from all the wind.
We're in Chicago. Have you seen the Reddit shutdown?
You really want to fucking talk about this right now?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, yeah. No,
What's
I have,
wrong with
actually.
what? Can we not talk about
Well, I
it?
mean, nothing. I just, yes, I've seen the Reddit shutdown.
So if you don't know, Reddit is
so Reddit's a social media platform.
No.
The logo is actually orange.
They're doing some protests because Reddit's changing its like API guidelines or something, and it's gonna fuck with all the shit that the mods do, and the mods don't like it.
It is ridiculous.
So the mods of all the subreddits are like, hey, we're gonna like turn all the subreddits private,
right,
in protest of the new guidelines.
Right.
And one of the subreddits that did not go private that I'm a member of is r/aw, which if you don't know,
the cute animals.
Yeah, it's the cute animal one.
Okay. That's good.
What they did instead of shutting the whole thing down is they only allow photos of John Oliver.
That's actually so awesome.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I don't know if
And I think that's the best thing to come out of Reddit, maybe ever.
When I think of, like, aw...
Yeah.
I mean, John Oliver's not, like, a bad-looking guy, I guess. But, like, I'm
Yeah.
not like, damn. First thing comes to mind, John Oliver.
Yeah.
Aw.
I mean,
so cute.
And all the photos, half of them are like AI generated, and it's like him. He has like a bit in his show where he like married a cabbage or something.
Right.
And
yeah.
so
no,
there's like
there.
there's like AI art with him and like a cabbage, and they're like making out and shit, and it's
Awesome.
hilarious. Welcome back to the show, everyone.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Welcome back to episode 22.
In all seriousness, we're on Lake Erie.
We are on Lake Erie.
We're on the lake. I mean, we're on the ground right now, but we're also on the lake.
We could be on the lake.
This is Geneva on the rocks. Just kidding. That's not it. That's more east.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I don't know where we are, actually.
We're at, I don't know.
We're on 55th Street.
I guess it's get Rainbolt in here. He can find this location.
Yeah, you know what? We'll tag him in the comments.
Rainbolt, I'll DM you on Twitter.
Yeah.
I find right here.
He will. Though.
It's very easy, I
It's
feel
not
like.
hard. We gave you like a general location. I said 55th Street.
Did you say that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know.
So
It is what we're here. We're on the lake for once. We're switching it up. We're getting a little out of our comfort zone, should I say.
I don't know if we are. I mean,
We're-
I'm pretty comfortable.
We're inside dwellers. We're not cavemen, but like, you know,
Introverts.
we just don't go outside.
I go outside. I was outside all day today. I was outside at work.
No, but normally, I mean, especially at school, we don't go outside very much.
Okay, so you're just generalizing like this whole us
I'm
thing
not.
like a lot.
No.
I go outside.
Okay, if you had the choice of whether or not to be mostly inside or mostly outside, like in your ideal world,
I mean, it depends on the weather, I suppose.
but would you rather be inside or outside?
I guess inside. If there's a blizzard going on outside,
My
Jackson, I'm
point-
not going to be like, there's nothing more that I would like right now than
My
to be
point
outside.
still stands.
Okay, I get, yeah. I do really like to make the joke to my mom, because my mom is like a big, she loves all the national parks, and this is not that I don't love the national parks.
Yeah.
Shout out Teddy Roosevelt, the GOAT.
The goat. My goat.
I do love the national parks, but she like wants to go to all of them and like loves hiking and all that.
Yeah.
And loves camping. That's not really my jazz. So I always like to joke that she is ignoring like thousands of years of progress all the time by just being like, let's go outside. And I'm like, Mom, our ancestors didn't invent buildings.
Like the whole thing.
So we could go back outside.
The big deal for a while was like, you know, the fridge
Right.
and the air conditioner.
Right.
Like,
So
you
my
know.
house still doesn't have that second thing, actually.
Right.
We don't have
The
air
fridge?
conditioning. No, the air conditioning. We don't have a fridge. We actually keep all of our food in like
have
big tubs of salt.
We have the ice box like the Egyptians had.
yeah, no, we do.
Yeah.
For the bodies, not for food, though.
The,
You know how it is.
I think hieroglyphs are so funny.
Can you believe that the ancient Egyptians just spoke in wingdings?
No, because they just drew what they wanted to say.
Are we gonna do this same bit like that
You know-
one time we were talking with Zach and we were like, "Hey Zach, picture of a man laying on the ground, fish, eagle holding a rat,
No.
rat falling from the sky, man dressed as cat, walking like an Egyptian." Great song.
It was just, it's so sick because, like, instead of having to know the word for water, you just draw what the water is.
Right, but so they didn't speak like that. They just wrote out the symbols.
I get mathematicians would have been terrible at writing.
Yeah.
You know how like mathematicians, they always say like, "Oh, I'm not an artist," and then they draw like the worst circle you've ever
No,
seen.
so that's just like every teacher ever.
No, I've had some good teachers that are like artists.
No, well, it's fine, but every time your teacher goes to draw something on the whiteboard, regardless of how good it is, they'll always go, "Oh, well, guys, I'm not an artist.
Yeah.
Bear with me now." And then they'll draw like the Mona Lisa on the board,
Right?
Like with perfect detail. And it's like, yes, you are.
My calculus teacher actually, like this past semester,
Was an artist.
she's not an artist. She just like paints, and she's shown me some
I
of
would
her
say that's
her paintings, and she watches Bob Ross and like follows along.
she's an artist.
with the actually, you know what? She is an
Yeah.
artist. Now that I think about
If
it,
Drake is an artist, she's an artist.
well, Drake is not an artist. First off,
He makes music. That's what he does.
he does make music.
That's
This
it,
is
though.
factual.
Yeah.
But he's not like, you know, Drake is as much of an artist as DJ Khaled. Or
I'm
I
sorry.
guess,
I shit on Drake like a lot. He's fine.
no, he's not fine.
He's really funny though.
He's really fucking stupid.
Okay.
Can we get that out there into
I just
the world?
don't know. It's like every person I know who like says that Drake is their favorite artist is like really not interesting as a person.
Yeah.
But I think that's just because he's so like widely liked.
He's so white bread rap.
Sure, man. Yeah.
Is that not accurate?
I mean, probably. Yeah. Sure. I don't really listen to Drake, so I don't really know.
No, but you've listened to JPEG Mafia, and that is
I
very
listen
much
to
not white
I Need
bread.
a Wonder, you know.
That's with Wiz Khalifa, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but Drake is like Drake is like eating just salt on your chicken.
Okay, so I'm really glad that you finished that sentence with "on your chicken."
No, not just. I meant yeah.
I was really worried there.
He's like
I was
just
like-
no. Eating just salt is like Playboy Cardi. Or that's the cinnamon challenge of rap.
Is it? I mean, I don't listen to a lot of Cardi,
You
but
know what I'm saying?
I feel like he's more accessible
you should
than
listen
that.
to some Cardi because he's not. Well, I think
Doesn't he make like good music?
that's subjective. First off,
But like, I feel like no one subjectively is like, I love eating salt.
I think Playboy Cardi is the best in his like microcosm. You know, you know, like there's people like Yeet and like the whole
Yeet is awesome.
Yeet is not awesome.
When he wrote
like,
Rich Minion, that shit went hard.
like first off,
That's the only Yeet song I know.
we can agree that Playboy Cardi is way better than Yeet, and it's not even close.
So, because of the existence of Rich Minion, I'm gonna have to say that is maybe not true.
I hate
but like
this shit
generally
so
speaking,
much.
yes.
Okay.
The average Playboy Cardi song is definitely better than the average Yeet song.
Yeah, has Yeet sampled a Minecraft door for one of his songs? I don't
Has
think
Playboy
so.
Cardi done that?
Yeah,
That's
in
awesome.
that's in like the one song Vamp Anthem.
It is?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's like the one Playboy Cardi song that I know.
Or am
Oh,
I
I
thinking
guess-
of a different song?
No, you might be right. I don't know. I don't have the
It might be a
lyrics
different
memorized.
song. I don't listen to Playboy Cardi. I'm sorry. I listen to good music. But
I just know the part where, like, you know, he comes on the organ and he goes, "Ba-na-na-na-na-na, ba-na." You know how it goes.
I think it's a different song. I don't remember.
It could be that.
Either way.
I just think it's really funny. That's the only Playboy Cardi song I know. He's cool, though.
Yeah, he is a vampire.
I still really like, I don't know anything about Trippie Redd, and this is, I guess, off topic, but not off topic. The only thing that I know is that one time I saw a meme of someone who was like, Trippie Redd just looks like Greta Thunberg, like, trying to cosplay as fucking literally any other rapper.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's really funny.
Trippie Redd is really funny because I feel like people only know who he is off of that one XXX song.
Yeah, and I don't even know who he is, so.
There you go.
I know who X is, though. Shout out.
Shout out, R.I.P. You know he has the XXX. He has the most streamed rap album of all time,
That's kind of sick.
which is crazy because I think most of the album is dog shit. But that's you know.
Wow, okay, all right.
And look, last episode we were talking about how I'm just a contrarian.
You are a contrarian. I don't know if it's this episode, last episode. It's kind of every
And
episode.
I'd like to defend myself because I've thought about this a lot, and I don't think I'm a contrarian in the traditional sense. Like the traditional contrarian guy, like the guy you think of in your head when you think of a contrarian,
Right.
He's just a guy who he says he thinks the opposite because
it's the thing.
Because he wants to do that.
Right.
Right? Like, he wants to have a certain image
right.
of
You
himself.
genuinely believe a
no,
lot
I
of those
genuinely
things.
believe my
yeah.
opinions.
Right. So and I've never said that you haven't believed. Like, I don't think you're a contrarian for the sake of it. You just are.
Contrarian guy, one of my least favorite guys in the guy archetypes.
Yeah, when they say new guy just dropped,
yeah,
they ain't talking about him. He's been around.
No.
He's been around and he's been disliked for years.
You know who is one of my favorite guys?
Who?
Furries. The guy who's a furry is so sick.
I only know one furry in real life, and he's cool.
Maybe that's contrarian as well. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd say it probably is.
So I think that, like, my family thinks of furries as, like, people who have sex with animals, and, like, that's it.
Right.
Which is, like,
the
not...
whole bestiality crowd, which is a separate
That'd be
semicircle.
saying, like, you know, like...
in the same Venn diagram.
Every, you know... I don't fucking know. Every person is bad because some people do a certain thing.
Well, every person is bad. I'm
Dude,
bad,
there are some
you're bad.
people out there. You know what I'm saying?
There's some bad benches out there.
There's a bad bench sitting next to me right now.
You know what I'm saying? But no, like, furries, they're like they're the homie. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think that's, like, always true, but yeah, for sure.
But all the furries I know are cool.
I only know one, and he's cool. So
so maybe I'm biased.
I have a really small selection pool.
I just like to think I'm accepting.
Right.
You know, of the wider culture.
I'm accepting of everyone.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Just on the ride here, you were talking about how you just hate Asians.
Okay, so that is not true.
You said Bobby Lee is your least
Bobby
favorite
Lee's so
person.
funny. Right, no, yeah, I actually did
I'm
say
not a
that.
big fan of
so
Bobby Lee.
So, really?
No, not really.
So I hate Asians, but you don't like Bobby Lee, and I think he's funny.
That's right. Well,
right.
You hate him, but...
So I didn't say that.
Well,
putting it on
there's
the
no record.
Clear, I did not say that in the car.
Yeah.
Nor would I ever.
And you also... And you know the other thing is you haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once. And that's also racist.
I mean, you are right. Like, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
Well, fuck you!
For the record. But I have seen Parasite.
Okay. And?
So...
Won Best Picture.
That's right.
It's pretty good.
Did you see the thing they said about the Oscars where they're like, you need to have a certain amount of, like, diversity in your movie to be eligible for, like, a Best Picture in the future?
See, I want to be like, I hate that, but
Yeah.
I like don't hate that. I feel like that's fine.
Well, here's the thing. A movie like Parasite couldn't win an award then.
Really?
Because it's an all-Asian cast.
Okay, well, yeah. Okay, yeah, so I guess that is stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I get that the point is supposed to be so, like, Hollywood isn't just, like, all white people.
Right.
Which is fair, because, like, that's not really fair. And obviously, like, I saw someone talking about this, how, like, there's been so many more movies that do a good job of, like, representing different people from different walks of life.
Yeah.
So even if you're doing, like a different walk of life than just, like, white picket fence white people life, yeah, I guess if it couldn't win Best Picture, that would really fucking suck.
Yeah, it'd be kind of stupid. It was Father's Day yesterday.
It was.
And we had my grandfather over for just like a little dinner get-together kind of thing.
Right,
and
right.
he surprised me. It was probably the only time he's ever used this word in his life, but he said woke, and I was very taken aback.
Really? You were taken aback when an old, presumably white person said the word woke?
Don't say presumably, like you don't know that my whole family's white. First off.
I mean, I don't want to assume. You never know.
He's very white. I guess when you frame it like
transparent, or
when you frame it like that, it is like he would say woke.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But knowing him for my whole life up to this point, it's like, damn, we are in 2023. You know what I mean?
Has he been like normally like super welcoming his entire life, and then suddenly is now like anti-woke?
I guess I only recently like know what politics is, so maybe that's part of it. Yeah. And I'm just like I'm old enough to be able to listen to two conversations at the same time,
right? And be like,
you know?
whoa, I don't really know if I like that.
Yeah. Like, I have opinions that disagree with people, as we were talking about before.
Right, like, I remember when I said something
Whoa! That's a big wave.
oh, that was water? You guys see that? I might have blocked that entirely.
I don't know. That was a big wave, though.
Like, I remember we were on a family vacation last summer, and my
Yeah.
uncle was just like, where did you hear that? CNN. And I think I just said something that was, like, objectively true. I don't remember what it was about. But I was like,
Yeah.
like, what do you mean by that?
Your, like, senators are, they're senators for, like, 2 years.
And
And
he
he
was
was
like, where'd
like,
you hear
"Where'd you
that?
hear
CNN? That's some liberal shit.
Yeah, that's...
It's like, I would say that, like, for my family, like, I'm, like, a very, like, actually, like, some people are like, oh, I'm independent, and then just, like, absolutely swing one way.
Oh, yeah, they've only voted one way their entire life.
Right.
Well, I think
I'm
you
not
can.
like that.
I think you can call yourself independent without having voted both ways.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like, in my lifetime, there's been 3 presidents in
Right.
our lifetime.
And I would have
so
voted
far.
blue the whole time.
Yeah.
However, I would still say that it's not that I would vote blue every time. I just need to be shown that.
I just
you know-
need to be shown, like, common sense from one side of the
Well,
aisle.
okay, so let's not say that, because I would say that
No,
this
let's
past
say that.
presidential election, there was, like, none.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I mean, Buddy Joe, he's cute and whatever.
Don't
but
call him
he
cute.
But, like,
That's not right.
Joe Biden cannot be president again. Much
Well,
like
I
how
think he's gonna be,
I'm so
which sucks.
this is so political of me to say, but I don't want Trump or Biden to be the next president. That's right. I said it.
Wow,
Spicy take of the week.
you're brave.
I want someone who's not going to die in the fucking office to be the president. And I want someone who has, like, paid all of their taxes actively.
I'm actually surprised Trump wasn't, like, killed in office.
I'm not.
You know what I mean?
They always kill, like, the good presidents. You know what I mean?
I guess that's true, yeah.
Not that, like, you know, and
it's
I know
when
that-
you get a Dalai Lama that they're like, bro, this guy's got to go fucking down.
Yeah. The 2 people who they've killed were like, yo, what if we stop slavery?
Yeah. Well, it was a controversial thing at the time. It was a hot button issue,
That's fair.
you know?
It's not now, though.
That was like I can't even compare it to anything in our time. It's
No.
not even remotely.
It's
I
not even
shouldn't do
close.
that. I'm going to get on some Twitter circles if I do that.
You know what they say, any press is good press. And I've never believed that.
That's not true in the slightest.
People say that, and they're like, any press is good press. And I'm like, I think if you say that and you believe that, you're probably a bad
Yeah,
person.
that's insane.
It's like, you know, man accused of killing 20. And they're like, any press is good press. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, nope. I don't, actually.
So I don't remember why it's there, and maybe you can jog my mind. We
Right.
have a topics channel in the Discord
We do.
for the podcast.
I can't wait for where this is going. This could be anything.
And I remember, I think last time we recorded the podcast, the day of, we wrote down John Quiñones,
Yes.
and I don't remember why.
Oh, because we were talking about, like, what would you do? Like, just
No,
the
I
show.
know that, but I don't remember the context, and I've been thinking about John Quiñones, like, every day since then.
I was just...
and it's been 2 weeks.
I think I just had, like, some of the clips show up in, like, my YouTube Shorts
Yeah.
feed, and I think it's really funny.
I do think, like...
I think the concept as a show is, like, actually kind of nice and, like, heartwarming.
Yeah.
Even though, unfortunately, it's, like, all staged. Like, I mean, I guess they do have real people, like...
Well, I mean...
The thing that freaks me out is that, like, I didn't know who John Quiñones was until, like, I saw the show.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it is that every time they have someone, like, on the show, like, you know, every time, you know, like some guy will be, like, being rude to his waitress or something. And then some other man, like, speaks up and is like, hey, you can't talk that way to people,
Right.
you know. And then John Quiñones comes out and is like, hey, I'm John Quiñones. And every time
And
the
you were
person
being a
is
little
like,
mean.
the person is like, John Quiñones. Like, not everyone knows who he is. But, like, in the show, everyone knows who he is.
I think what it was is they started the show, like, it was very low budget, obviously, and they were just, like, in a small town, and he was, like, a local news reporter.
Yeah,
so
maybe.
people just, and they're obviously talking, like, the people on the show are most often, like, older people
Yeah.
who probably watched the news, especially
Yeah,
back
that's-
when the show was popular
that's
in,
fair,
like,
that's
you know,
fair.
2008. So it's people who watch the local news, and they're like, oh, it's John Quiñones, he's on every night.
Right.
But now he's on, like, Dateline and shit. with Lester Holt.
I do love when it... Dude,
He
my
does, like,
grandma
the NBC
loves
stuff.
Lester Holt.
Dude, I love Lester Holt.
Okay,
He's so sick.
I didn't say that I didn't. I'm just putting it out there. My mom did that the other day. I was like, Oliver, Oliver's my brother. I was like, Oliver, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
My mom goes, I'm proud of him too. And I was like, did I say you weren't? It's like, my grandma loves Lester Holt. You hate Lester Holt? I did not say that.
What? What is with all the love with Lester Holt?
He just seems like a good dude.
I
He's
think-
got a great voice. He does
Like-
a good job reporting the news.
I just
Seems
love
like a
him
stand-up
because
guy.
it's what my stepdad put on every night at dinner.
Yeah.
Because that's just when it's on is when we would eat dinner.
Right.
So I just made a joke out of it. I was like, Lester Holt, I love this guy.
Yeah.
You know. But like other people also love. Maybe it's just because he's like no nonsense.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
like
he-
this shit is the shit that happened.
Yeah, this is like how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's out
Well, I
here
feel like that's
being
hard
like
to
the
find.
vaccine was fake. You know.
What?
Or the COVID was fake. Or maybe I shouldn't say that. We're gonna get flagged on the video.
So, wait, what?
That's no, he didn't say that.
I was like, what? Did this happen? Because I don't regularly watch Lester Holt.
They should do like John Quiñones should take over the How to Catch a Predator. You
Did
know
we
what
talk
I'm
about why
saying?
that got shut down? I feel
Yeah,
like
that
we
was
did.
on the show.
Yeah, okay.
We did it when we had the episode with our roommates.
Right, yeah. Well, because I thought that we did. That's why I brought it up. I'm not
Yeah,
going to bring
yeah.
it up again. But yeah. That's crazy.
But can you imagine? It's like they catch a guy and he's like going into like a hotel to meet with like a 13-year-old or something, and John Quiñones comes in.
What would you do? Hey, sir, we found out what
Normally
you would do.
I ask, what would you do? But what were you going to do?
And then he goes, he turns to the camera and he goes, go to prison? And then they just like pick him up off the ground. And they
He does
take
it
him
in
away.
his normal cadence. Yeah.
Right, and he goes, go to
And
prison?
they blur out like the Predator's face, even though the guy just looks like Jesse Pinkman
Every time.
every time.
Yeah, you're right.
Why do they
Mr.
blur
White.
their face?
I mean, yeah, because it just doesn't it just go on like public record that they're like a sex offender anyway?
Yeah. I feel like the thing is,
I guess
like,
maybe until they're proven guilty.
it's the media thing, right?
Yeah.
That's one. Well, I mean, let's be real. If you have that evidence, like you're just guilty.
I mean, yeah.
Regardless of what the jury says, jury can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
First off, I hate juries.
You ever been called to do jury duty?
No, I had a friend who was though.
What the fuck, man? They got me like instantly.
Oh, they got you?
Well, okay, so they mailed me a letter and they were like,
Right.
"Hey, we need you to show up on, like August 26th or whatever." And I was like, "I will be at college, which is 2 hours away." And they were like, "Oh, you're all good then."
Was it like a week from when you got the letter, or was it
No,
like
it was
2
like
months
6
out?
months out.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate. I'll be honest. I'll say it.
Did you know what the case? Like, was it a murder case?
Nope,
or
no clue.
Did you know?
Zero clue.
Okay. Because I had a friend, and she got called for like a murder case.
See, it also depends. Like, I might go if there's like some juicy deets
Oh,
going
if
on.
there's
You know what I'm
some
saying?
juicy deets.
I'm pretty sure. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I did read. It was
Shit.
it was a traffic violation.
Yeah,
It wasn't interesting.
it was not interesting at
This
all.
is not me admitting that I skipped jury duty on purpose. I did have a legitimate excuse. I was, in fact, in college.
If you're a student, you just like get off.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm
immediately.
in
They just
school
don't
like
care.
2 hours away, and I don't have a car. What am
Well,
I supposed
yeah.
to do? Walk? My bad, guys.
Well, just in general, even if you're like in school, but it's like down the road, they're like whatever.
Yeah, I
Who
mean, they
cares?
are. But I'm just saying.
Most people probably just show up for like the free lunch. You know?
Yeah, that's true. What a world we live in.
Yeah.
I'll go to
Did I
jury
tell
duty for
you?
free lunch.
Speaking of traffic violations, when I
You've been committing some traffic violations?
well every day, but
Right.
when I got my last ticket, or I should say 3 tickets because it was 3 at once.
At once?
I don't want to talk about it. Okay,
We won't then.
Look, okay, fine. We'll talk about it. Let's
That
have
was really quick. Wow,
let's
you
have a
took
conversation.
minimal convincing.
we, okay.
Let's have a conversation.
First off, we've been doing this thing in Valorant where like before, like one of us would like whiff like an easy headshot on someone and we would die or whatever. We'd be like, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But recently we've started switching over to be like, let's start a conversation.
Let's have a conversation about
Let's talk
that.
this out.
Let's
you
talk
know?
about what just happened. What the fuck was that?
Anyway, last time I got pulled over, I got 3 tickets,
That's crazy.
which is like a lot.
Yeah.
So I had to go to
I didn't know this.
I had to go to traffic court, and Basically, I just cut someone off, and the guy got me for like 3 different violations, so he wrote me 3 tickets.
Did you cut off a cop?
No, I cut off someone going like 20 miles per hour in a 45.
What's wrong with that?
It's a good question. So I'm in traffic court.
I am curious.
I'm in traffic court, and the judge, he's like, hey, look, this is like insane, but you're also like really young, so I'll cut you a deal. And he's like, we'll give you 1 ticket and a couple points on your license if you go do a defensive driving course. And the course was like, $60 or something on top of the parking fee.
Wait, so you had to pay for the course too?
Oh, yeah, that's how they get you.
What the fuck is that?
What do you mean?
I mean, what is that? That's crazy.
They can't just hand out how to drive for free.
Yes, they can. Whatever.
Well, they can't because
Okay.
they got to make their money. It's the government.
It's
It
the
is what it
government.
is.
We pay them taxes.
So
that's like the whole point.
I go to this.
Whatever.
I go to this. It was just in like a local high school. The class, just like it was at like 8 p.m. or some shit, and it was like 4 hours long.
That fucking.
So I was there for
blows.
forever, and it was on one of the coldest nights of the year. Like it was January this year.
Right.
And my car. It was one of the nights. I don't know if I told you about it. It was one of the nights where my car was completely frozen over. Like it was literally encased in one ginormous sheet of ice. And I spent like 2 hours digging my car out. I thought I was going to be late to the class and I wasn't going to get the credit. But I ended up digging my car out. I go there, and then we're going around the circle. Like, everyone's introducing themselves. They're all, like, college, high school students.
Oh, I remember where this is going.
Yeah. And they're all, like... We're all pretty young, and the guy's making us, like, just say what we're in for, basically.
Right.
And he's like, I bet 90% of you are here for just, like, speeding or whatever, which was the case.
Right.
And then the one guy, he was the second guy to go up, he was just like, yeah, so I was doing, like, 90 miles per hour on, like, some main road. And then he was like, I'm going to do a donut through this gas station and continue driving.
Right.
And then he slid into one of the gas tanks and, like, did a bunch of damage and then drove off. So he was charged with, like...
Property
damage. And also driving away from the scene of a crime.
Wow.
And also speeding. And it was like, why'd you drive... The gas station had cameras.
Yeah, what?
Like, what the fuck were you... Whatever. But it was the most insane thing. He was like, yeah, I, like, basically totaled my car.
How did he drive away, then?
And the guy was like, our teacher, he was like, so what the fuck deal did the judge give you? And he got the same deal I got.
Sorry, what?
He had, like, they was like, we'll bring it down to 1 ticket and we'll give you, like, 3 points. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And my ass is in here? Right now?
That's awesome.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's so...
This is some bullshit.
That's
the
crazy.
government fucking sucks.
Yeah, man, we've been new.
It's... I'm just so pissed that that's the situation I was put into, given... Like, we got the same deal, and the variation in what happened in our
really
two
big
situations
crime.
is insane.
Is there, like, something you're not telling... Like, did you cut them off and you had, like... a gun hanging out the window or something?
No, I was...
Like that... Were you speeding?
I was speeding, so that was one of the tickets. And then the other one was, like, improper lane change.
That's not a fucking ticket.
And then the third ticket was, like, another way to say improper lane change.
That's so stupid.
It was so dumb. He caught me on, like, a couple technicalities or whatever. And then he also, when I got pulled over, we were there for, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah, like an hour.
Because they have to, like, print out the ticket from the computer in their car. And
Yeah.
the ticket is, like, like, in cartoons, like, Santa has his, like,
His
wish
list.
list. That's how long the fucking ticket was.
That's awesome.
It was literally, like, if you stapled, like, if you take 8.5 by 11 inches of paper, and you, like, laid them out one in a row, like, lengthwise, it was, like, 10 of those.
What the fuck?
It was insanely long.
It's like a CVS receipt.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It was a CVS receipt. They were giving me coupons to buy chapstick that I don't care about.
That's awesome, man. Really happy for you.
So anyway, that's... But I was driving back, because I had driven my friends to a concert downtown, and I was driving back, and it was like midnight or whatever. And I was just like, I want to get home. I don't know why I agreed to do this in the first place. They could have just fucking drove there themselves or like taken an Uber or something. But I was like, whatever. So I was just in a hurry to get home, and I was pissed.
It happens, man.
And I was mad. But I've learned my lesson. I'm a better driver now, or at least I'd like to think.
No, you fucking don't say that. Don't admit to that.
What?
You're the same as you were before.
I'm not the same.
I'm the same.
I make a very conscious effort to drive slower and have like a better idea of like what's around me on the road.
Yeah,
and
okay, so I guess that's a good thing.
It's not because I went to the class and I like learned things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not because of that class.
Like I'm the same.
Yeah, okay.
But I've just have a different mentality, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's like now, like I got pulled over for speeding when I was on the way home from vacation.
Yeah.
I was driving from Holiday
when you were
Valley.
in Canada?
No.
Oh.
I was by myself.
Okay.
So there was this guy, by the way, I'm still upset about this, who was like very clearly drunk, like driving. And he's swerving in between lanes, and he's in a truck. That's a big truck. So I'm like, damn, I'm going to pass this guy because I don't want him to like stop or anything and then me not have time to react.
Right.
Or I don't want him to like, you know, like I like go try and pass him and then like he swerves into me or something because he was swerving like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And this is only a 2-lane road. So I'm going, I think it's like a 70. I think it might have even been a 75. And so I go around this guy and I hit, I think I hit 93.
Okay.
Passing this guy. But I was speeding for like 4, maybe 5 seconds.
Yeah, not long.
And it was just to pass this guy.
Right.
And so then, you know, I'm driving along, going 70, and then all of a sudden, I think the thing that really pisses me off about it is because it's like pitch black.
Yeah.
Like pitch. And then all I see are these headlights coming behind me, like super fast.
I hate that,
And I'm
man.
like, oh my God, he's going to rear end me. And then I'm like, this is it. And then I just see like, wee woo, wee woo.
Yeah, the
and
lights
I'm like,
come on.
Fuck. And I'm like, hey, officer, how you doing tonight? And he was like, do you know how fast I caught you going? And I was like, no.
You tell me, sir.
You tell me, officer. He was like, I got you
and
going,
I'll tell you if you're right or not.
I got you going 93 in a 75. And I was like, well, officer, did you see that guy? And you want to know what he said to me?
No.
He goes, I sure did, but you were going faster.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you were doing the more wrong thing.
Drunk driving is worse than speeding. I mean, okay, you know what? Maybe he wasn't drunk. But, like, he was like, anyway.
Here's the thing.
If you're driving on 277 and you see a state trooper, I don't know what his name was. He's actually really polite, so I don't
fucking
want to.
Todd or whatever.
Probably.
He's probably got some schmuck
No, he was really
name.
nice. I mean, he let me off with a warning. He was like, I'm going to put a couple of points on your license, and here's a ticket, but you just have to pay it.
Yeah.
And you can dispute it if you want.
So that's actually not a warning. That's you getting a ticket.
Yeah, that's what I know. That's what I said. He was like, I'm going to let you off with a warning. Here's a ticket. And I was like, that doesn't seem like a warning.
That's not a warning, brother.
I was like, I don't know if those points on my I mean, it's definitely a warning for me to not do it again, but, like, that's just punishment. Right. I mean, it was valid. Like, I was speeding. I wasn't like, well, officer, I wasn't doing that. I mean, like, I was, but, like, I felt like I was justified. But whatever.
From the officers...
Also, I'm pretty sure I ran a red light on the way here.
Okay.
It was not on purpose. The light was yellow. There was, like, let's say
everyone runs a red light every now and again.
Okay,
it's fine.
but let's say I'm right here. I think where your phone is sitting is like the white line of a stop sign. Or not of a stop sign. Of
the stoplight.
Of a stoplight.
Like the stop bar.
Right. Let's say right now, the light is yellow. I get to the, like, I'm right here.
Yeah.
The light is yellow. And normally a yellow light lasts for, like a second or two.
A bit.
I swear to God, it was like 0.5 seconds.
Yeah.
So I didn't even think about stopping because I was like, oh, I'm like literally that close. So I'm just going to go because it would be stupid because the person behind me is probably going to go through as well.
Right.
And I don't want to have them rear end me or like brake check them. So I'm going to go. And the guy next to me who's on a motorcycle also goes. But like, it turned red like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was yellow and then red. And I was like, oh shit. Well, hopefully I don't get a ticket.
Have you ever had someone brake check you?
Yes.
I've never had that happen. I'm terrified for when it does because it will happen.
It
eventually.
did not cause me to be in an accident, though.
Okay. I mean, that's good.
two cars ahead of me on the highway got in an accident.
Yeah.
Like right in front of me.
Ooh.
And I was like, shoot. I was by myself, thankfully. So, well, I mean, I guess not thankfully. No one was injured anyway.
Yeah.
In my car, at least. Hopefully those people are okay.
Do you do the thing where,
but I stopped in time.
like when you're driving by yourself and you like have to stop abruptly for some reason, you like reach over to the passenger door to like protect someone as if there's someone there, but there's not?
No.
Okay, just me. Cool.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's weird. Maybe you're just a better person than I am.
Well, I don't do that when people are in the car and that
that's
happens. So it's very strict.
I think if someone did that to me while I was in the car, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? But if I saw a video of someone doing that while there was no one in the car, I'd be like, yeah, it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's backwards thinking.
It's
but
like with my brother the other day. Like, I was texting like while I was walking up to the crosswalk, and I was, keep in mind, like 5 feet away from the crosswalk, and he just goes...
Yeah, he stops you.
I'm like, dude, we're not even there yet. Like, I see the crosswalk. I'm not, like, blind. I'm just texting mom back.
Yeah, I think, you know where
Which I appreciate.
You know where we learned that skill? It's
Safety Town.
No,
Oh.
it's like being able to know where you are while like looking down at your phone or something like that. Like so you don't like walk into the street or whatever.
Where?
I think I learned this like playing my DS when my mom dragged me to like Kohl's. Like or like the grocery store.
See,
because I just learned to follow my mom like from my periphery.
That's awesome.
You know?
I mean, I can do that, but usually, this is maybe a good thing, maybe not a good thing.
Yeah.
This could be a bad sign. I can text like without looking at my phone at all.
Oh, I can't do that.
Really?
No.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't think I'm on my phone enough.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. It's probably a bad thing. That probably means that I'm on my phone too much.
Yeah.
But I also I feel like I just text a lot. Like, I'm not on my phone, like, watching
You
YouTube.
are a texter.
Or, like, well, yeah, but, like, so here's my thing with texting.
Okay.
I only, like, obviously, like, I would prefer a phone conversation. But, like, if I'm going to have a conversation with you, I'm going to call you. If I need to text you, like, a sentence, I'm not going to call you.
Yeah.
My mom, exact opposite way. She could have 2 words to say to me and would call me for 8 seconds and be like, I need you to pick up Oliver from the gym. I love you. Bye.
No, but I'm
we'll
just saying you're a texter because I feel like I always see you texting. I think you're a person, like, people look at you and they're like, I'm going to text him.
What does that
Sorry,
even mean?
that wasn't specific enough.
That was really mean, also.
What I mean...
1, what does that mean? 2, I'm offended.
I'm sorry that you feel that way,
That's okay.
First off.
I'll get over it.
But what I mean is, like you're just a very easy person to text.
I mean,
like, when
I guess.
people, like, have a thing, even if it's, like, not super important, they're just like, he probably won't care.
Yeah?
So I feel like a lot of people...
Do you mean, like, people find it easy to, like, contact me? Or, like, I'm just on my phone too much?
No, I think people find you're reliable, is what I'm saying.
Oh. Well, thank you.
Because people reach out to you, and you will always respond with at least somewhat, like, something somewhat interesting or valuable to the conversation.
Yes.
So...
I hate when people don't... I hate it, but, like, I don't mind carrying a conversation, but, like, if you're not going to respond to me, like, that just kind of stinks.
Yeah.
You know?
I hate people...
I'm a talker, man.
Dude, there are some people who have no fucking clue how to text. Earlier today, in one of my group chats with my friends,
right?
Joe texted... I'm outing Joe right now, because I think this is so fucking annoying. Joe texted the group chat, and they're like, I'm driving through... Massachusetts or whatever, and I've already for like 20 minutes, and I've seen like 3 Dunkin' Donuts, which is just not an interesting. Like, what do you want me to reply to that?
Is that like do you guys have like a joke about that?
Well, Massachusetts is known for its Dunkin' Donuts.
Who fucking cares?
So, I mean, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
But it's also like, what do you want me to say back to that? And it's
I don't
in a
know.
Group chat with like 5 other people.
I think you should respond with, oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Massachusetts sure is known for their
like,
Dunkin' Donuts.
I can't add anything valuable to that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
So instead, I responded, I was driving to the gas station the other day, and I passed by a grocery store. Because I was like... Like, this is the level of conversation that we're having?
Yeah. I totally get what you mean.
Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess you're right. I think I do.
This is why I hate fucking just call me, please.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I can have that level of conversation through text.
Yeah.
Like, some people also, like, they just can't talk on the phone because of, like, anxiety.
Yeah,
Like, I had this one friend for such a long time, and they're not like this anymore. But every time, like, they would want to talk about something, they're like, I can't talk about it, like, over the phone because it'll make me nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, like, totally fair.
I get that, 100%.
Like, I made a phone call today to, like, a client, and I, like, if they had picked up the phone, I would have known what to say. But they didn't, and I had to leave a voicemail, and I was like, shit. I don't remember what I'm supposed to, like, tell them.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're going to stop by your house today and, like, do hydro seeding in your yard.
Mm-hmm.
Have a nice day, bye. And, like, it wasn't that, but it was, like, something along those lines where it was, like, I was professional for the first, like, 15 seconds and then awkward for about 5. And then I was like, can't wait to see you. Have a nice day, bye.
Yeah.
It's like, I totally understand, like, if you, like, because that's the nice thing about texting is, like, maybe I don't know exactly what to say.
It gives me time to
if I can
formulate
think about
a response.
it, then send it. You know, then it's great.
Yeah.
But if you can't talk over text or talk over the phone, I just, like,
that's an issue.
it's just difficult for me.
Yeah.
I just like to talk to people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't have a conversation that's, like, really basic and surface level.
Yeah.
I mean, I can, but, like, I hate small talk.
I've said that a ton, but a small talk I fucking hate.
I mean, you could say something so out of pocket that, like, most people would find, like, I could know you for about, like, 5 seconds, and you could be like, I'm really struggling with, like, the death of my grandfather who passed away, like, earlier this week.
Yeah,
and I would talk to you about it.
This is how
100%.
I bond with people. There are, like, 3 ways. 1 is, like, trauma.
Right?
2 is music.
3.
And 3
sarcasm.
is saying the most out-of-pocket, insane shit.
So,
like, when I went to go see this barber, I had to get my hair cut. This is when my hair was still, like, touching my shoulders, and we were back up at school. This is, like, February or something. Or March. I've lost track of time. But I go to this barber. I had never been to this guy before. The place had good reviews. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
I go in, and I'm just like the guy is, like, covered in tattoos. And I just point at one of them. I forget which tattoo I pointed at. And I was like, what's that one mean? And then he, like, said the thing.
Yeah.
And then I made some comment about, like, how it looked like lasagna or some shit. Like, I just need to disarm people. And then we started talking about, like, God and whether he's real or not.
Right.
And we had the most awesome... It's the best conversation I've
Same
had
shit
with
I
a
talk
barber.
about with my barber, dude. Same stuff.
The existence of God?
No. I mean, not, like, far. I love my barber. Shout out to Josh at Holy Moses Hair. On
Holy
West,
Moses
at
Hair?
West 5th Avenue in Columbus. Shout out. He's got an excellent mustache, and that's actually one of the reasons that his profile picture on their website, I looked at them, and I go, you look like I would like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he just looked really friendly. And he is. He's a great guy.
I feel like barbers and people who do, I guess they're called tattoo artists, they have the best sense of style. They have the best fashion.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, always.
Why is that?
Well, because I feel like they work in a profession where those things are, like, important. Would you go to, like, a poorly dressed barber with a bad haircut?
I mean...
Probably not.
I wouldn't go if his hair was bad.
Right.
I've never gone to a barber knowing what the person looked like beforehand, though.
Really?
But...
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Their demeanor and, like, sense of self wouldn't keep me from coming back as long as I got a good haircut. Like, I'm there for a service at the end of the day.
But, like, you know, like, you walk into a barbershop and there's not really, or a barber, like, I guess, or like a salon or whatever you want to call it. You walk into some sort of hair cutting place. I've never seen anyone who I'm like, wow, like, that haircut, like, doesn't suit you, or, like, you're not wearing, like, an outfit that I think is cool.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of people in those types of professions, like, having your own sense of style is, like, sort of important.
I mean, tattoo artists are also, like, skateboarders. They just have a, like, predefined... Like, they're the same in the Venn diagram, you know? Like, the circles overlap.
They definitely I don't think they're the same, but they do overlap.
Yeah.
For sure.
The overlap is ginormous.
No, it's definitely heavy, but there are some different things.
And skateboarders already kind of have, like, their own, like, microcosm of fashion, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that just carries over to some extent.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Um,
You are right, though. I've never, like, not seen, like, a well-dressed or, like, someone who I just think looks cool.
like
at,
they're
like, a
dressed
tattoo
okay.
parlor or, like, a, yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
you've never seen, you know those, like, these fucking guys, these are terrible people who they walk into class, it's like basketball shorts, Adidas t-shirt,
Yeah.
you know, and it has Adidas big on the front.
Right.
You've never seen a barber dressed like that.
No, yeah, I haven't.
You just, and those people are awful. Maybe they're wearing a backwards cap. You know,
That's just their thing.
I
man.
hate those people. They're awful.
I mean, I feel like I also usually don't like those people, but you never know.
They're people that dress like 8th grade rappers. Or like Eminem.
And maybe they are 8th grade rappers.
And in college.
Yeah, in college, yeah. Maybe they were once upon a time.
They were. And they've from 8th grade to now, they've learned how to do all of Rap God and nothing else.
Yeah. Which, I mean, is like an impressive feat. But,
Well,
like, you
it's
got to do
cringe,
something
though.
else. No, it's not. It's cool.
No, it's so cringe.
I respect the ability to flow.
The ability to flow.
The ability to flow.
Okay, well, you're going to find this crazy. You know the iPhone game?
Which one?
Flow?
What?
Do you not know that?
What are you talking about?
The phone game. Where you have it's like a
what is it?
Like an 8x8 grid, and you have the dots, and you have to connect the different
That's
colored
called
dots
Flow?
and fill in all the spaces.
Oh.
That's Flow, yeah.
I just didn't know what it was called. Yeah, I guess I've heard of that, yeah.
Yeah, my Flow's crazy. I beat all the levels.
Yeah. Can you
Dude,
sing
girls
Rap God,
have
though?
the craziest flow.
Yeah, they do.
I'm saying.
My girlfriend plays the best games on her phone.
Does your girlfriend have the biggest flow? That's sorry.
Yeah, man, for sure.
She got the Ultra Max pussy pad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, for sure. She definitely has flow. She's cool.
She cannot rap though. Sorry.
She knows a lot of pitbull verses.
Yeah, I was gonna say. What's the best pitbull verse?
I think it's probably his verse on Yeah Yeah by Austin Mahone.
So it's not even his own fucking song.
Well, he doesn't rap in his own songs.
Does he not?
Not really.
I thought he had songs that he rapped on.
I mean, probably. I don't like. I like Pitbull, but it's like mostly as like a meme. Not entirely.
Yeah, you don't like him.
No, I mean I do. Like I like.
Okay, if you like him so much, why don't you marry him?
Maybe I will. Okay.
I would love
I think
to
he's
see
married.
that happen.
Really?
I would love for you to marry Pitbull. That would be so hype.
Guys, we're gonna make it happen.
The
Start
wedding
that
would be
hashtag.
insane.
Start that hashtag in the comments.
What's the hashtag?
Hashtag.
Hashtag Henry for Pitbull.
Hashtag. No, hashtag Pitbull for Henry. Are you kidding me?
Hashtag,
I am the dom in that relationship. 100%.
That's right. Pitbull's gotta want you, not the other way. You're waiting.
Right. I
he'll
already
come
want him,
around.
but I don't want him to know that. You know?
Yeah.
He's gotta want me. You know that Pitbull's like really. I went to a Pitbull concert. He's like really patriotic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is like something that I wouldn't really expect from like a Cuban American, who just like he was really like.
He came out with like an American flag cape.
No, but like like when I went to his concert, he fucking like halfway through was like, "God bless the United States," and I was like, "What the fuck is going on right now?"
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not the biggest patriot in the world, like, you know, USA or whatever, but like, he was like, and I respect this country and I appreciate everything that it stands for, and I was like, where did this come from?
Yeah. And
Like, I did not know this about him.
halfway through the next song, he like breaks out in like a speech about how he wants like the Patriots to win the next Super Bowl.
Right. He's like, I love Tom Brady, even though I don't think he plays for them anymore.
Pitbull loves LeBron James.
Yeah, he's my favorite football player.
Speaking of LeBron James, actually, have you
Are you
seen?
going to talk about XQC?
I do want to talk about XQC. That's crazy. You knew where I was going. So if you don't know, big streaming stuff. We talked about it a little bit, I think a couple episodes ago, where everyone's been going to Kick for the streaming websites because Twitch has been fucking some shit up.
Yep.
XQC just got offered a $100 million non-exclusive deal.
2-year contract, by the way.
2-year contract to
That's only
stream
2
on
years.
Kick. 2
That
years.
is not a long time.
And
That is money for the rest of your life.
yeah.
That is 2 years. Like, what the fuck?
He's
not even that funny.
No, he's not. He's unintelligible most of the time, in fact.
Like, don't get me wrong. He seems like a great guy. Like, he's funny, but he's not like $100 million for 2 years funny.
No, in no world. But this
Neither
made
is
headlines.
LeBron James. I just want to get that straight.
This made headlines because LeBron James, for his current 2-year contract, is paid, I think, $97 million.
Okay, so whatever. That's okay. I thought it was like a big difference.
No, but he is the most paid person in sports ever, basically. I mean, XQC
Whatever,
is not really
man.
sports, but
He is not in sports.
He
Did you see
played-
him on the sideline at the
he played
Lakers game?
Overwatch competitively.
That's not a sport.
It's an e-sport, which
It is an
is a
e-sport.
sport.
No, okay, so I didn't. That's not what I said. Let's not put words in my mouth. I love esports, dude. I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
I've played Valorant way too much. I am level 147 in that game. That is sad.
You're higher than that.
No, I'm not.
I think last time we
I
played,
am?
you were over 150.
I'm not. I'm almost there, though. It's taking me a long time. I was level 146 for a long time. I'm 147 right now. I know because I played yesterday.
Okay.
It's an addiction. I do have a problem.
It is, dude. I played earlier today, and I played 3 games, and I'm lower than where I started, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and that's what
about
happens
that.
every time.
Yeah.
I hop on, I'm like, let me play a game, and then I win, and then I'm like, I'll play another one, and
Well,
then I
you know what was
lose, and then
fucked
I'm like,
up?
well, I don't want to end on a loss, and then I lose again.
I dropped into Silver 1, but I got back into Silver 2.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
So-
Yeah, I'm like halfway into Silver 2 right now, because I dropped, and then I made it, like I was at like 12 out of 100 RR,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
now I'm fine. Now I'm like 52. Anyway, I'm sitting like this because I'm making a reference to when XQC was at the Lakers game, and he
Yeah.
got like front row tickets, and he's sitting like this the whole time.
He's sitting with his legs, like, he's sitting in a ball on
Yes.
top of the seat.
Like that's like no disrespect. Like he's funny, but he's not like
He
he's
is
not
funny.
$100 million for 2 years funny. You know
My
what I mean?
favorite clip
No one is that funny.
was when he was watching, like, Animal Planet or some shit. He was just completely breaking TOS for a little bit.
Right, yeah.
He was watching Animal Planet, and there was a cheetah, and he goes, Cheeto. That's my favorite XQC clip.
Is that all I have to do to get paid $100 million? Like, what does he do that's so like different? You know what I mean?
I think he's just fucking insane.
I think isn't he just like on stream like all the time? Though?
Yeah, he streams for like 12 hours straight.
That's crazy.
Or sometimes he'll go for a day, like unannounced.
like don't get me wrong.
Like
I would-
normally when a streamer streams for a whole day, it's like a whole thing. They
Yeah.
do promotion for
They
it.
do,
They're
like, a
I'm gonna be live the
subathon.
whole day.
Ludwig is like, I'm gonna stream for the whole month of
Yeah, and
July or whatever.
they have all this shit planned, but XQC just boots up one day and he's like, I'm gonna like gamble for 8 hours, and then I'm gonna watch Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Like and then like someone in his chat will be like, play this random Steam game.
Yeah, and then he does.
and he'll do it, and he'll get like into it, and he'll be like, I'm gonna get number 1 on the leaderboard.
See, that's my thing. I feel like I'm not good enough at anything to like do that. Like no one wants to watch me like make buildings for like an hour.
Well, yeah, because that like takes skill.
Yeah, but like I can do that.
No, I know, but
Like, but I feel like people wouldn't want to watch that. You know what I mean?
people want to watch you go like insane.
So is that what I should do?
But that's not you. You
No.
would be like, it would be for you. It would be like doing a 9-to-5 job. You have to like become a different person.
I could
You know?
if I just like start live streaming like the second it hits like past midnight when I'm in the stew, shit would be hilarious.
In the
dude.
stew.
In the studio, as they say, like at school.
Yeah,
This is an
yeah.
architecture studio, not a music studio. But it'd be funny. I get so like when I'm really tired, I get slap happy if there's like other people around. If I'm
Yeah.
alone, I get so depressed.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's other people around, I just get like really silly goofy. I feel like I'd watch that.
Other people bring out. Yeah, this is my greatest ability,
Right.
but also my greatest flaw.
Yes.
And it's that other people bring out the best in me, but I'm
Yeah.
also terrified of other people, and I hate them so much.
Yeah, you are.
You know,
And that's
it's,
okay.
It's the dichotomy of man.
I'm like that, except I think other people bring out the worst in me, and
Yeah.
I like people.
I mean, other people bring out the
Or not
worst.
the worst, but like a slightly worse version of me.
Other people bring out the worst in me, but it takes me a while to get there. Like it has to be like it's a the last straw, the final straw to break the camel's back kind of thing, where like I've had a shit day up until this point, and then there's one small thing that breaks me.
Or I guess people don't make me a worse person, but like it's way easier to convince me to do like some stupid shit if like 3 of my other friends are like, yo, I dare to eat that piece of bread that's on the been on the floor for 5 days now. It's like the classic, like if your friends all jumped off a bridge, like would you? Like,
Yes.
Probably. Yeah.
I think that'd be sick.
Yeah, I'd
be so hype.
Like to kill themselves, or like are we talking like bungee jumping,
Or just for fun.
do they have like wingsuits?
Maybe
Are they
there's
jumping
water.
into like water.
Maybe it's not.
Like, it depends on the context. You know what I'm saying?
Everything does depend on the context.
Speaking of context, have you seen the new Spider-Man movie?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, never mind.
I haven't seen the last Spider-Man movie.
Sorry, what? Like Into the Spider-Verse?
Oh no, I saw that one.
You haven't seen like the multiverse Spider-Man?
Yeah. I thought
Gotcha.
that's what. Okay, different series.
It's still Spider-Man.
Cool. Well, okay, one of them's animated and one of them's not. But
I love Miles Morales. He is my favorite Spider-Man.
yeah, he's so hot. Like,
I'm pretty sure he's 15, so...
that's not true. No way.
Yes, he is.
He probably is. Whatever.
He is.
I don't care.
Whatever, man.
I'll die on that hill.
I'm
That's
just fucking with
fine.
you. Yeah, I mean, he's cool. I love him. I think he's awesome. I just bought the Miles Morales, Spider-Man game, and I was sick this weekend.
I saw you playing
I
that,
played
yeah.
the shit out of it. It's so good. He's so cool.
I'm kind of disappointed that it's not Donald Glover, though.
That he's not Miles Morales.
Yeah,
I think he'll probably be like the Prowler or something.
maybe. I don't know.
Because he's the Prowler in like the MCU, but they just like haven't done it yet.
But that was the whole, like, there was the big hashtag, like, Donald for...
Donald for Miles.
Or was it Glover for Spider-Man or whatever?
Probably something like that, yeah.
Something like that. But
He'd be a great Miles.
he would be such a good Spider-Man.
Well, I feel like, unfortunately, at this point, he's probably too old to play like a 15-year-old.
Well, yeah. How old is he?
I mean, I don't know, but he's not 15.
He's got to be in his, like, 30s.
You got to be like early 20s to do that.
Because he just got a kid, right? Like a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think he said he bought him at like Kmart or something.
He bought him at Kmart?
Well, you said got a kid. Like you weren't like he had a kid. You just found one.
He got one.
Yeah, so he had a kid. Or someone had a kid with him.
Well, I think he still has it.
Yeah, sorry.
To be fair.
He still had, the child is still in his possession.
The child is alive.
Right.
Well, it may not be in his possession. We don't know.
I hope the child is...
He's probably like a normal parent.
Yeah, I don't probably. He seems like a good guy. He
seems
he's
like
funny.
a normal guy, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I'm cold.
Yeah, I'm a little chilly. We picked a windy ass day to be out here.
What do you mean we?
Okay, I picked it. Sorry that I wanted to.
No, it's a good spot because look at this. Look at this view.
The view is insane.
This is the nicest shot of Lake Erie you'll ever see. If you come to visit,
that's not true.
which like why would you? But if you did, you'd be like, it does not look nearly as nice as it did in episode 22 of the Waste Management Podcast.
I went to
That's what they'd say.
This past Friday. I went to a concert in Akron.
Right.
And it was this house like DIY show.
Yeah.
So it was like there were like 20 people total, and it was just in like some college guy's house, like.
That's kind of awesome.
And they just had a mini venue in the basement, and we all like stood around, and there were like 5 bands that performed, and they were all sick. More than half the bands I didn't know who they were, but they were awesome. They did great.
Yeah.
I was there for one of my favorite bands, American Poetry Club, who you should go listen to, by the way. They've got some great indie rock type stuff.
I will.
But I was there, and one of the bands that was there came from the UK, and they were on tour with American Poetry Club.
That's awesome.
And I was talking to them, and they were like, "Yeah, are we gonna be able to like?" We were talking about like Ohio or whatever, and we were like, "It's crazy that you're like out here in the middle of nowhere."
Right.
And they were like, "Do you think we're gonna see any like raccoons?" And I was
That's
like,
what they asked.
"Yeah." And I was like, first off, that says a lot about here if that's the one attraction that you want to
see while you're
like
here.
that's the big thing.
You could send them my
raccoons.
address. We have one that like berates my trash every night.
I was just like, yeah, I think if you hang around long enough, you'll just see one.
Probably,
They're just out there in the wild, you know?
Yeah.
But I thought that was I was like,
That's awesome.
That's what you're looking forward to out here. Like, you're on tour, and this is like the most interesting thing to you right now.
Hey,
it's
man,
like, I want to see a raccoon.
As they say, to each their own.
I suppose so. It's not my own, I will say.
Yeah.
In that case. But the concert was awesome. By the way, I was telling you about it.
Sounds like it'd be kind of awesome.
On the phone. It was so sick. The basement was fucking tiny, and I was standing right next to the guy on drums. So my ears were shot. My ears were ringing for the next 2 days.
That
like it's today
sucks.
where my ears are actually normal and I can hear shit.
That's good.
So, but it was such a sick show.
That's awesome, dude.
So shout out them.
Yeah.
American Poetry Club. Go listen on
Spotify.
Bandcamp, not Spotify.
Yeah, because they don't pay their artists.
You gotta support them on Bandcamp.
Yeah,
that's the place to do that.
They don't pay us at all.
Yeah, we are unpaid
actors,
and that's fucked up.
Yeah,
I think we should be paid.
I mean, I get paid, but not for this.
But the other thing I wanted to bring up about XQC and Kick just announced that they want to, like, in the future, start a program where they pay people to stream, even if you have, like, 2 viewers.
Sorry, what?
Like, pay hourly to stream.
Like, how much?
I don't know. It was just a thing that they said in, like, a press release or something like that. Or maybe it was, like, one of the, like, head guys at the
company.
company.
Do that for, like, $5 an hour.
Yeah. I mean, it probably won't be that much. Because there's probably going to be a lot of people on the, on the platform.
Hey, man, if they're offering a $100 million contract to XQC, I better get at least $5.
They got some dough.
Yeah.
You have to think about it, because obviously Kick is... Their parent company is a gambling company.
Yeah.
So they just want to push gambling to a bunch of people, which sucks.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'll gamble for $5 an hour.
But to think that they're paying XQC $100 million, like, the ROI has to make sense for them to do that, which is crazy, right?
Right.
Because I feel XQC he only gets, like, what, 50 to 60K average viewers.
Right.
I feel like in my head the math doesn't add up. How you get back to 100 million from maybe it's not XQC.
And hey, man, maybe they won't.
I guess like part of the money goes towards the headline, which brings a lot of new eyes.
Because I would never watch Kick until I didn't even know that it was a thing until like a week ago.
Yeah.
So I guess it did a good job, because now I'm gonna go check out to see who's streaming on Kick.
No one.
Okay.
Is the answer. But Adin Ross, if you want to go watch that.
I really don't like him.
Dude, fuck Adin Ross. I hate that guy so much.
He just, like, strikes me as a prick in, like, every way.
Yeah, if you've seen some of the, if you're in the same Twitter circles that I am, you see some of the shit that he does, and you're like, damn. You're like, Zam, bro.
Yeah, I'm just like that.
Like, there was one time, it was, like, him and another guy who stream on Kick. They had a trans person, like, go into, like, a Discord call with them, and they just, like, berated the trans person for, like, an hour and a half.
Why?
And they were just, like, saying slurs at them and shit.
What?
And I was just like, what? Like, who watches this?
There are a lot of people, actually, unfortunately.
And there are people who not only watch it, but they type in chat W. That's insane to me. Like, you have to be such an I can't comprehend it. I genuinely can't.
I actually can. It's actually all just like 13-year-old boys.
Yeah, but like,
you know it is too.
I know, but I just feel like, even knowing like really terrible parents in my life, and not like my parent, like I'm saying like other people's parents that I met who are terrible parents.
Yeah,
their kids, I feel like, have the slightest bit of empathy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The slightest bit of self-awareness.
I think people have empathy, but people make like trans people out to be like the enemy of like society for like no reason. Yeah,
the whole right-wing thing of like they're taking over our Target and our Bud Light.
My one roommate, not Zach, but the other one, JD, he brought up to me that the reason that like he said that personally he doesn't have anything wrong with like trans people existing.
Yeah.
Which I was like, okay, so
good start to a
I was like,
sentence.
this is only gonna go up from here, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But he was like, I don't have any problem with like the concept of trans people, and I was like, okay.
Concept's
and he was
fine.
like, but if the government keeps pushing like this agenda that like the government is saying that like everyone should be trans, and I'm like, dude, no, they're not. And he's like, and trans people have the lowest rate of adoption, like for kids, and they can't have kids. And I was like, well, they can, but can like carry on.
Yeah.
And then he was like, so if no one's adopting kids or having kids, then eventually we're just going to run out of people. And society as we know it is going to collapse because everyone's going to be transgender.
It's
and
just
I was
not
like,
how that works.
I was like, I don't mean this in like a mean way, but I can never imagine like a majority of the population being transgender. Like it should absolutely be accepted.
Yeah, the
100%.
math doesn't add up on
But like
that.
it's just not.
Also, even if everyone's transgender, the gender just swaps.
Right. It's the same thing.
So
it still works.
If you have 7 million
it's fine.
men and women, and they're
every
all
single one of them was
transgender,
like, I'm gonna trade.
then you have 7 billion men
and women.
It's the same thing.
Dude, that's what I mean. And he was saying that, and I was like, that just like doesn't make sense to me. Like it just doesn't.
Yeah.
Like whatever. And who cares if like some men have penises and some men don't? It's like whatever. Who cares?
I don't know, man.
And I don't mean who cares because like, oh, no one should care. But like, why let that affect you in any way? If anything, it's just like letting someone live their life comfortably.
Right.
Like why? Like shut the fuck up. If you're so sensitive about it, get over it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You're living your life in peace. Why can someone out like there are exceptions to the rule. My general rule is that as long as you are not like actively harming anyone, like serial arsonists,
they're okay.
I slightly respect them, but like I'm not a huge fan. Like that is actively
They're the homie.
That is like a lifestyle that could potentially actively do someone a lot of harm.
Yeah.
And I think it's valid to be like, I don't like serial arsonists. I know.
I think that's an okay opinion.
Steaming hot take.
I'm going to
Steaming
say
hot.
it. If you do cocaine, you're all right.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
You know? It's whatever.
If it's just like your decision, I
I
think
got
it's
no
fine,
beef
man.
with John Mulaney.
Yeah, man.
You know?
But I think it's like there's literally like nothing harmful about like just being like, I want my gender to be this because that's how I feel.
Yeah, obviously.
Like that's just never a bad thing.
Yeah.
And people are like, they're ruining society. I'm like, what do you mean they? We're all just people, man.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Not to get political, but I think we all deserve rights.
Not to get political. We've been political for half the episode.
Whatever, man. It's not political to say that people deserve rights.
Well, it shouldn't be. But it is.
No, it's not.
Unfortunately.
No, it's not.
Well,
I mean, like, it is, but, like, it shouldn't. You're right. It shouldn't be.
That's right.
In my mind, it's not. Boom. Mic dropped.
My goat.
My goat as well. You.
What else is in the news, man?
Probably some other bullshit.
What else is going on? What
we go?
other
I'm cold.
bullshit, man? Yeah, it's a little chilly.
It's, like, really chilly.
It's windy.
What are we at right now?
We're Blood Street. We're at 108.
Oh, wait, that's fine. Guys, have a great day.